Okay, good morning, grade 7. So today, we will be discussing frequency distribution table for group data. So last video discussion ko, tinakal ko doon is all about the frequency distribution table for ungroup data. So ngayon, mag-proceed naman tayo sa group data. So quick review lang para sa ating frequency distribution table. Pag sinabi nating frequency distribution, this is a table that summarize all the raw data. So pag sinabi nating frequency, dito natin sa-summarize yung iba't ibang data na nauulit. So dito natin lalagay yung mga values or kung ilan beses silang naulit. So, what is group data? So, una natin pag-aralan ang group data. So, pag sinabi natin group data, sabi dito, group data is when we organize individual data points into intervals or groups. So, instead of listing each individual value, we group them together based on certain ranges or categories. So, pag sinabi nating group data, dito na papasok yung mga data na um, imbes na individual, ginugroup natin sila into different ranges. Example, dito sa ating example dito, we have the range is 1 to 10 and the frequency is 2. So, yung range natin na 1 to 10, that is called group data kasi nag-group siya into different points. So, from 1 hanggang 10. Okay, let's see yung pagkakaiba ng ungrouped data sa group data. Pag sinabi natin ungrouped data, sa number of pets, dito nakahiwalay yung iba't ibang raw data. So, ito yung each sa mga data natin. Values niya is nakahiwalay sa bawat isa. So, dito naman sa group data, makikita natin na nag-group siya from 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50. So, mayroon siyang interval. So, lahat ng kasali from 1 to 10, lahat ng points yan from 1 to 10, kasali sa ating range na 1 to 10. Ganun din sa 11 to 20. So, ang ungrouped data, ginagamit ang ungrouped data para sa mas maliit na mga participants or respondents. Example, meron tayong 15 na respondents or 15 lang na participants. Dito natin makikita or dito natin gagamitin ang ungrouped data. So, pagdating naman sa group data, ginagamit ang group data for bigger range or bigger respondents. Example, ang gusto mong i-research is buong school at papalo siya ng 100 respondents. So, kinugroup natin yung mga data from dito, example, 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40. Ayan. So, yun yung use ng ungroup and group data. So, let's proceed on how to transform yung ungroup data natin sa group data into frequency distribution table. So, first step, we have here determine the range. So, ano nga bang tinatawag nating range? So, range, it is the difference between the highest value and the lowest value. So, pag sinubtract natin ang highest value sa ating lowest value, which is, ang highest value is yung pinakamataas na data sa ating nakuhang mga raw data. And then, yung L dito is the lowest value. So, subtract lang natin sila, makuha natin si range. Alright, so for this step 2, so kung makita natin ito example, we have here a sample data 16, 24, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 23. So kung titignan natin, ang pinakamataas na value sa ating data is 28. And ang pinakamababa is 16. So we subtract 28, we subtract 16 from 28. So ang magiging difference is 12. So yung 12 natin, that is our range. For the step 2, we determine the desired number of class interval or categories. So, yung class interval dito, makikita natin sa definition, the ideal number of class interval is somewhere between 5 and 15. For instance, if we're talking about ages, an interval might be from 10 years old to 15 years old. So, pagdating sa class interval, dito na papasok yung pagitan ng mga groups natin. Example, balikan natin yung example. From 1 to 10, ang interval natin is 10 kasi bibilangin natin si 1 hanggang si 10, so that is yung range niya is 10. So, that is our class interval. Ganoon din kay 11 to 20. So, kung bibilang natin from 11, bilangin natin up to 20, ang range niya is 10. So, that is our class interval. Kung gaano kalayo yung pagitan ng each group. So, ang class interval, it's either given, or kung hindi man siya given, you decide kung ano yung magiging class interval. So, ang ideal na class interval natin is from 5 and 15. So, ito lang yung ating preferable. Ito yung mga values ng class interval natin, 5 and 15. 5 para sa mga mas maliliit na data, number of data, and 15 para sa mas malaki, or pwede pang mas malaki, depende sa respondents. Okay, let's proceed to the next step. Determine the class width or appropriate size of the class. By interval, dividing the range by the desired number of class interval. So, sa class width, ito na yung mag-determine kung ilang groups yung ating magiging data. So, kung babalikan natin dito, meron tayong, ang class interval natin is 10, kasi 1 to 10. And ang width natin is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, para makuha natin yung width niya, kailangan nating i-divide si range sa class interval. So, ang range natin is the highest value minus the lowest value. So, i-divide natin sa class interval na given, or you decide from 5 to 15. So, makuha natin si class width. Another step, write the class intervals from the lower value as determined in the data. So, dito sa step na to, pag nakuha na natin si class interval and yung width, ika-classify na natin yung bawat group from lowest value. Tapos, bilangin natin sa different intervals, depende sa nakuha nating interval. And then, hanggang sa pinakamataas na value. And the last step is to tally the corresponding number of scores. So, yung ginawa na natin last discussion, na isa-summarize natin, kukunin natin yung frequency ng bawat group sa ating raw data. Okay, para mas maintindihan pa natin, let us have this example. So, example number 1. The following are the weights in pounds. Ang LBS natin is pounds. Hindi siya kilogram, pounds. Of grade 7 students, construct a frequency table using 7 as the desired number of class interval. So, how many students weigh more than 100 pounds? So, makikita natin dito, marami tayong data na ating gagamitin. So, para natin i-convert tong ungrouped data na to into a group data for a frequency distribution table. Let's do our first step, which is to determine our range. So, kung titignan natin, kung hanapin natin dito yung pinakamataas na value, we have 118. So, 118 is our highest value. And subtract natin from 118 is the lowest value, which is meron tayong 81, so which is 80. So, ayun si 80. So, subtract 118 from 80, meron tayong 38. So, take note, our range is 38. So, what is our next step? We determine the desired number of class interval. So, kung babalikan natin yung ating problem, given si ating class interval, 7 as the desired class interval. So, ang ating class interval is 7. So, yung pagitan ng each group from lowest hanggang sa each group is 7. Okay. Our third step is determining the class width. So, titignan natin 38 divided by 7. Ayan. So, meron tayong 6. 6 na class width. So, class width to na mali lang. Class interval is given as 6. So, class width is 6. So, yun na si width natin is 6. So, kung i-classify na natin our step 4, write the class intervals from lowest or lower value as determined in the data. So, from lowest value natin is 80. So, 80, bilang tayo ng 7. Kasi ang ating class interval is 7. So, 80, from 80 to 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, and 86. So, 86 ang pinaka-7. So, mag-stop tayo sa 86. And then, for our next group, mag-start tayo after ng 86, which is 87. So, bilang tayo from 87 ng another 7, which is 93. So, after nyan, that is the second group. 94 na magsisimula yung ating next group. Kaya maging 94, magbilang ulit ng 7, maging 100. Until makarating tayo sa highest, which is 18. So, 115 hanggang 121. So, meron tayong 6 na class width. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, for the last step, dito na natin itatali yung ating mga data each group. So, 80 to 86, hanapin natin yung mga 80 to 86 na data sa ating raw data sa taas. So, hanapin natin, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, that's only the 80 to 86. Meron tayong 4. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and so on. So, 87 to 93. 87 to 93, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, meron tayong 7 na 87 to 93, and so on. Ganun din sa iba't ibang data. So, our total is 36. So, kung babalikan natin yung ating tanong kanina, how many students weigh more than 100 pounds? So, kung babalikan natin yung table, ang weight ng mas mataas sa 100 pounds is from 101 to 107, 108 to 114, so 115 to 121. So, tatlong group na to, ito yung mas mataas sa 100 pounds natin. So, bilangin natin yung total frequency. So, we have 9, 5, and 1. So, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 5 is 15. So, ang ating answer for this problem is there are 15 students that are more than 100 pounds. Alright, so for our next example, so here are the number of marks scored by 20 students in a test. Given the class interval of 5, how many students scored 13 and above? So, makikita natin dito, nandito yung iba't ibang score ng ating students. So, for this example, gusto kong i-pause nyo tong video, and then you try to solve. And then, sa next na face-to-face class natin, ipa-check nyo sa akin yung inyong ginawa. So, kung napanood mo hanggang dito, at nagawa mo tong example na to, you have additional points. So, kung hindi ka naman nanood, edi kailangan mong manood next time. So, pause the video, balikan mo yung mga steps, and then answer. And then, you check kung tama ba yung sagot mo. Okay, you pause, and then, we continue. So, for our first step, determine the range. So, kung makikita natin sa ating data, ang pinakamataas is 19. At ang pinakamababa is 3. So, 19 minus 3 is 6. So, ating range is 6. So, sa step 2, we have the desired number of class interval, which is 5. Na given sa ating problem, ay given the class interval of 5. So, 5 na yung ating class interval. So, step 3, determine the class width. So, dito natin papasok si class width. So, ano yung range natin, which is 6. So, 6 divided by 5 is, not pala 6, 16 pala to, 16. 19 minus 3 is 16. Kaya 16 over 5 is 3.20. So, kung makikita nyo, naging 4. So, pagdating sa class width class, ang 3 pag example, 3, nag-choose siya ng decimal, kahit mas mababa siya sa next decimal, we will round it up sa next number. So, in case natin dito, we have 3.20. So, magiging 4 siya. So, any number or class width, magiging i-round up natin siya into the nearest ones. Okay, number 4, we have so nakuha na natin si class interval, si class width. So, kunin na natin yung intervals natin. So, ang class width natin is 4. So, kailangan apat na group lang yung ating makikita. So, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, magbilang tayo from 3 So, bilang tayo ng class interval natin is 5. So, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, kasama si 3, kaya magiging merong 5. Next naman is 8 to 12, 13, 17, 18 to 23. So, meron tayong 4 na with 9 class at 7 yung ating class interval. So, next step, we have to tally the number of frequencies. So, makita natin dito, 3 to 7, meron tayong 5. Bilangan natin 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, 5. Sa 8 to 12, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Meron tayong 9. So, may cross dito. So, 5, 5, which is 5 and 4, which is 9. So, 13 to 17, we have 13 to 17, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And last, 18 to 23 is 1 and 2. So, meron 2. So, inad natin lahat. 5 plus 9 is 14. 16 plus 2. And then, 16 plus 4 is 20. So, bilangan natin yung data natin. We have 2, 4, 5. Sa apat na row ito, 5, 10, 15, 20. Meron tayong 20. So, tama yung ating total. So, kung babalikan natin yung ating questions, how many students scored 13 and above? So, tingnan natin sa ating frequency data. Ang 13 and above is 13 to 17 at 18 to 23. So, i-add natin yung frequency ng dalawang groups. So, we have 4 plus 2, we have 6. So, therefore, getting the sum, we have the 6 students got a score of 13 and above. So, that is all about the different steps of transforming ungroup data into group data for a frequency distribution table. So, now, it's your turn for your activity. The data below show the scores of the students in math test. So, there are 30 students. Ito yung sasagutin yung tanong. How many students got a score of 15 and below? So, balikan nyo yung ating step sa ating video. We have first step is determine the range. The second step, determine the class width. Class interval. Third step is determine the class width. Fourth step, we need to group the data based on the class interval and the class width. And the last one is to tally the raw data. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening. And I will be sending your activity in our GC. So that's all for today. Thank you and goodbye, grade set.